sudden turn of events, a mysterious man swiftly decapitated a pirate, catching the attention of the other pirates who witnessed the startling act. Reacting to the threat, one of the pirates urged the others to attack and eliminate the mysterious figure. As the pirates launched their assault on the mysterious man, Sagun stepped in to confront them, using his martial skills to strike a pirate with a powerful blow from his palm. The targeted pirate, trembling in fear, recognized the formidable prowess of these martial masters. In a moment of panic and realization of the danger they faced, one pirate hesitated, prompting another to encourage them to take action. However, overwhelmed by the martial skills displayed before them, the second pirate expressed reluctance, unwilling to face the potential consequences of engaging with these skilled adversaries. As the imposing Lord Water Dragon made his grand appearance, the pirates exuded confidence, taunting their adversaries with threats of a gruesome fate at the hands of this feared figure. Their pirates' laughter filled the air as they anticipated the brutal actions Lord Water Dragon would take. Among the passengers on the boat, a sense of despair and resignation spread as they recognized the arrival of Lord Yangtze's Water Dragon, a figure known for his ruthless reputation. Fear gripped the hearts of those on board as they braced themselves for the impending confrontation with this formidable adversary. Meanwhile, Yoon observed the mysterious man with a sense of recognition, feeling a connection to the character he had penned in his novel. Struggling to recall the exact identity of this familiar-looking individual. With an air of confidence, Lord Water Dragon, Lim Gongma, led his troops as they arrived on the scene. He boldly challenged anyone who dared to oppose the might of the Yangtze's 18 Pirates Alliance, asserting his dominance over the situation. In response to Gongma's inquiry, a pirate pointed towards Yun's location, drawing attention to their perceived adversaries. Observing Sagun, Gongma remarked on his appearance, praising his pretty features in a somewhat unsettling manner. A pirate, eager to please Gongma, shared a remark made by Sagun about him being a man, suggesting that the Lord would find it entertaining. Gongma, blushing at the implication, expressed his amusement at the situation, indicating his approval. Yun recalled the notorious reputation of Yangtze's Water Dragon Gongma as a twisted character known for torturing and killing individuals based on their beauty, without regard for their gender. Seeing Gongma in person only reinforced Yun's disgust towards him. As the mysterious man stepped forward, confronting Gongma with a bold declaration, tensions rose between the two formidable figures. The mysterious man, identified as Gu Changyi from the Chuanjin sect, expressed his unexpected encounter with Gongma and his resolve to stand against the tyrannical leader. Gongma, taken aback by Gu Changyi's defiance and boldness, questioned his audacity in challenging him despite being aware of his identity. Gu Changyi's introduction solidified Yun's recollection of the man's name, sparking recognition and a sense of familiarity with the determined individual from the Chuanjin sect. Gongma, upon learning of Gu Changyi's affiliation with the Chuanjin sect, remarked on the distinct tone of the Taoist group. He questioned the survival of the Chuanjin Taoists, implying a history between their factions. In response to Gongma's provocation, Gu Changyi, the esteemed first disciple of the Chuanjin sect, expressed his disdain for Gongma's disrespectful attitude. Determined to uphold the honor of his sect, Changyi asserted his authority and resolved to mete out punishment for Gongma's transgressions. Yun reflected on the storyline from his novel where Changyi was on the way to deliver a crucial prophecy to the Murim Alliance under the guidance of perfected Seven Stars, a figure skilled in interpreting celestial signs. However, Changyi's fate took a tragic turn when he unexpectedly encountered Yangtze's Water Dragon and met his demise. Yun expressed frustration at Changyi's lack of caution, questioning why he didn't conceal himself given the importance of the information he carried. The consequences of Changyi's untimely death weighed heavily on Yun's mind, as he considered the ripple effect it had in triggering the significant orthodox demonic war in the novel's narrative. As the intense battle unfolded between Gongma and Changyi, their clash of strength and skills reverberated around them. Gongma's confidence shone through as he belittled the Chuanjin sect, taunting them with disdain. With a powerful attack from Gongma, the force of impact caused the ground to crack, sending ripples of chaos through the surroundings. Amidst the turmoil, a man nearly slipped off the boat, but Yun swiftly intervened, preventing a potential disaster and earning the man's gratitude. Expressing concern over the escalating violence and damage to the ship, Yun urged for a more peaceful resolution to the conflict. Turning to Sagun, he entrusted the young warrior with ensuring the safety of the passengers and preventing further harm. Sagun, taken aback by the responsibility placed on him, sought clarity from Yun, prompting a moment of reflection on their roles. In a swift movement, Yun rushed towards Changyi, feeling compelled to take action in the escalating conflict. Reflecting on the events from his novel, where Kwang avenged Changgi's death by defeating Yangtze's water dragon, Yun realized the responsibility was now on him to intervene in the unfolding situation. Facing Gangma's taunts and arrogance, Changgi stood firm in his resolve. However, a sudden surge of energy struck Gangma, prompting a defensive response from the powerful leader, who reacted with anger at the unexpected assault. Yun introduced himself as the owner of the Five Virtues tea shop and emphasized his role as a humble tea shop owner in the midst of the intense confrontation. Changgi, acknowledging Yun's presence, expressed concern for the young tea shop owner's safety, advising him to flee from the formidable opponent before them. In response, Yun urged Changgi to prioritize his own well-being and consider the value of his life in the face of danger. Reflecting on Changgi's words, Yun couldn't help but feel annoyed at the older man's attempt to protect him after Yun had just intervened to save Changgi from harm. In a display of formidable power, Gangma prepared to unleash his hidden strength, recognizing Yun's exceptional abilities. However, before Gangma could reveal his full might, Yun swiftly intervened, leaping forward with a decisive strike, disrupting Gangma's plans mid-sentence. Caught off guard by Yun's sudden attack, Gangma's expression morphed from confidence to a mix of amusement and fear. Despite Gangma's attempt to stall, Yun remained resolute, emphasizing that defeating Gangma would put an end to any further threats. With unwavering determination, Yun wielded his two swords with precision, delivering a powerful slash to Gangma's chest, signaling a pivotal moment in their intense confrontation. As Gangma stumbled in defeat, he tumbled into the river, succumbing to Yun's powerful strike. With a sense of finality in the air, Yun sheathed his sword and reflected on the outcome of the intense battle. In his moment of victory, Yun remarked confidently, emphasizing the importance of taking decisive action and securing success. However, a sense of confusion clouded Yun's thoughts as he pondered the unsettling feeling he experienced earlier during the confrontation. Realizing that Gangma had met his end sooner than expected, Yun's mind grappled with the aftermath of the battle. In a moment of surprise and gratitude, Changgi witnessed Yun's decisive victory over the fallen Lord Water Dragon and expressed his profound thanks by bowing down in respect. Changgi humbly acknowledged Yun's role in the battle, recognizing the young warrior's crucial contribution in dealing the final blow to the formidable opponent. While Yun downplayed his actions, Changgi couldn't help but admire Yun's maturity and humility at such a young age, marveling at the depth of character displayed by the victorious warrior. Changgi's admiration for Yun's demeanor and prowess sparked a sense of wonder and curiosity, hinting at the potential for greatness within the young warrior. As the chaotic scene unfolded, the defeated Lord Water Dragon, Gangma, unexpectedly reappeared on the boat, eliciting shock and confusion among the passengers. Yun, taken aback by Gangma's reappearance, questioned the seemingly impossible turn of events. Observing Gangma's altered appearance and formidable strength, Yun couldn't help but draw parallels to Jiangshi, a type of zombie known for its supernatural abilities. In a sudden surge of power, Jiangshi Gangma unleashed a fierce attack, overpowering Yun and causing a destructive impact that shattered the side of the boat. The force of the confrontation sent both Yun and Jiangshi Gangma tumbling into the river, prompting a cry for help from Changgi and surprise from Sagun. In the depths of the river, Yun found himself struggling to breathe, overwhelmed by the intense underwater pressure. As Yun grappled with the dire situation, a sudden realization dawned on him. The aura emanating from Gangma felt eerily familiar, reminiscent of the energy he had encountered before in the Jiangshi within the astral phantom thief's tomb. Their descent to the riverbed marked a critical moment of confrontation. Despite Yun's attempt to strike Gangma with his sword, the attack had no discernible effect, highlighting the formidable and otherworldly nature of Gangma's Jiangshi form. In the depths of the river, Yun struggled for air, feeling the pressure of the water weigh down on him as he grappled with Gangma's unexpected strength. Fighting against the lack of oxygen and the overpowering force of Gangma's attacks, Yun realized the dire situation he was in. Despite his training and encounters with the Jiangshi, Gangma proved to be a formidable adversary, surpassing any foe Yun had faced before. Desperate to resurface for air, Yun's attempt to swim upwards was met with a vicious counterattack from Gangma, knocking him back to the riverbed. As Yun's breath grew shallow, the fear of drowning loomed large in his mind, questioning the possibility of meeting his end in the depths of the river and reflecting on the challenges and hardships he had endured thus far. As Gangma launched a powerful attack against Yun, a surge of electrifying energy coursed through Yun's body, invigorating him for the battle ahead. With a newfound clarity, Yun focused on Gangma's heart, sensing a mysterious force driving the Jiangshi's resurgence. Determined to uncover the truth behind Gongma's resurrection, Yun boldly moved in for a decisive strike. In a swift and decisive motion, Yun aimed for Gongma's heart, cutting through the source of power that fueled the Jiangxi's existence. The impact of Yun's decisive action triggered a massive explosion in the river, engulfing the immediate surroundings. Amidst the chaos, Yun emerged from the water, victorious yet contemplative, having confronted and overcome the enigmatic challenge posed by Gongma's unexpected return to life. Segun's voice called out to Yun, drawing his attention towards the river where the explosion had occurred. Yun gazed at the aftermath of the blast, his mind racing with questions about the mysterious event. Contemplating the unusual occurrence, Yun wondered if it was connected to the unrivaled fluctuating qi he had encountered in the tomb. Emerging from the water and making his way back to the boat, Yun's thoughts swirled with curiosity and intrigue. Segun approached him, expressing concern for his well-being, prompting Yun to reflect on the unexplained phenomenon and its potential connection to the ancient secrets he had encountered in the tomb. Chang'e turned to Yun, seeking answers about the recent events. He inquired about the fate of the resurrected Yangtze's water dragon and the explosion situation. Yun calmly responded, confirming that the once-resurrected Gongma was now definitively deceased, bringing a sense of closure to the recent turmoil. His mind still processing the occurrences, Yun couldn't shake off the feeling that something significant had transpired. Yun raised a crucial question about the boat they were on, linking it to Gongma, Yangtze's 18 pirate alliance. Chang'e explained with a chuckle that due to the extensive damage to their original ship, they had to commandeer an enemy vessel, with Segun's strength instrumental in the successful takeover. Segun approached Yun, seeking clarity on the recent events and inquiring if Yun was responsible for the mysterious occurrences that unfolded. Yun, still processing the situation, admitted uncertainty about the events that had transpired. Chang'e's intense gaze fixed on Yun, evoking a sense of admiration and urgency. Yun, taken aback by Chang'e's gaze, questioned the intent behind the intense stare. In a sudden shift, Chang'e implored Yun for help him in a desperate plea, his urgency palpable as he grasped Yun's hand, urging him to aid the entire Murim alliance. The unexpected turn of events left Yun speechless, and the onlookers were left in shock at the gravity of the situation unfolding before them. In a gripping moment, Chang'e held Yun's hand, his voice filled with drama as he revealed his role as the first disciple of the Chuanjian sect. He explained that he was on a secret mission for the Murim alliance under the guidance of the perfected 7 stars, entrusted with delivering a crucial message deciphered from heavenly signs. Chang'e implored Yun to help safeguard this vital message on its journey to the Murim alliance. Yun, feeling overwhelmed, pleaded for Chang'e to release his hand, struggling with the intensity of the situation. Segun pondered the mention of a secret mission, while others expressed curiosity and intrigue about the undisclosed task at hand. As the pirates on the boat questioned the nature of the secret mission, Yun, frustrated by Chang'e's indiscretion, criticized his decision to disclose sensitive information in such a precarious setting. As they arrived at the Murim alliance, Chang'e continued to talk incessantly to Yun, emphasizing his belief in Yun as the true hero destined to save Murim. Yun, frustrated by Chang'e's constant chatter, couldn't help but wonder why the Chuanjian sect had entrusted such a crucial mission to someone so talkative. The non-stop noise grated on Yun's nerves, especially after enduring a night of ceaseless conversation. The unexpected presence of Chang'e, following them to the Murim alliance, only added to Yun's headache. Amidst Chang'e's chatter, Yun's thoughts wandered to the resurrected Yangtze's water dragon, reflecting on the events from the novel where Kwang had only needed to defeat him once. Drawing parallels to the Jiangxi in the tomb, Yun contemplated the possible influence of the Grand Plan on the Yangtze's 18 pirate alliance, raising concerns about the spreading reach of their power and the potential implications for Murim. As they approached the entrance to the Great Murim Alliance, the gatekeepers halted them, demanding to know their names and purpose for visiting. Yun responded politely, playing along with the gatekeeper's request. However, deep down, he couldn't help but scoff at the Orthodox sect's tendency for grand gestures and displays of authority. Anticipating such formalities, Yun had a plan in place. He began introducing his companion as the young patriarch of the Tang clan. But before he could finish, Chang'e interrupted. Chang'e's voice rose in anger as he expressed disappointment at the gatekeeper's lack of recognition for the hero who had dealt with the Yangtze's water dragon. Yun quickly intervened, placing a hand over Chang'e's mouth to quiet him down. With a light-hearted tone, Yun addressed Chang'e, questioning the sudden outburst and attempting to defuse the tense situation. While outwardly maintaining a calm demeanor, inwardly, Yun couldn't help but joke to himself about the chaotic moment, entertaining the thought of leaving Chang'e to his own demise. The gatekeeper questioned Yun, inquiring about his alleged role in the demise of the leader of the Yangtze's 18 Pirate Alliance, the Yangtze's Water Dragon. Another gatekeeper interjected, expressing disbelief as they had not heard of the Water Dragon's demise before. Yun reflected on the timeline of events, realizing that they had arrived before any rumors of the Water Dragon's defeat could spread to the Murim Alliance, explaining the gatekeeper's lack of knowledge. A voice inquired about the commotion unfolding at the gate, prompting the gatekeeper to address the newcomer with respect as Great Warrior Azure Heavensword. Chun arrived on the scene, expressing frustration at being tasked with guarding the gate as a punishment for a failed expedition. He demanded to know who was responsible for the disturbance, questioning if they were the culprits behind the chaos. In response to Chun's inquiry, the gatekeeper confirmed that indeed, the individuals causing the commotion were the ones at the center of the unfolding situation. Yun was taken aback and angered by the unexpected appearance of Chun, while Chun himself was shocked to see Yun alive, muttering about how Yun had survived. In a fit of rage, Chun swung his sword at Yun, accusing him of being a spy for the demonic cult and vowing to avenge the fallen comrades of the Murim Alliance who perished during the failed expedition. Reacting swiftly, Yun leaped forward, delivering a powerful punch to Chun's face in a sudden and decisive move. Yun, seething with anger, confronted the villain who greeted him with a sneer, labeling him a traitor. As Yun swiftly struck Chun, knocking him to the ground, Chun was astonished by Yun's speed and ability, realizing that Yun had concealed his true prowess until that moment. Overwhelmed by the impact of Yun's punch, Chun lost consciousness, leaving the gatekeeper in disbelief at the sight of the mighty Great Warrior Azure Heavensword succumbing to unconsciousness from just a single blow. Yun, filled with fury, stomped on Chun, demanding to know how he could lose consciousness so quickly. Continuing his revenge, Yun harshly stomped on Chun, expressing his disdain for Chun's actions. In a display of anger and frustration, Yun berated Chun for turning against him after Yun had saved his life. The betrayal stung deeply, leading Yun to question Chun's ingratitude despite Yun's previous act of rescue. The gatekeeper intervened, desperately trying to halt Yun from inflicting further harm on Chun. Pleading with Yun to stop, the gatekeeper expressed concern for Chun's well-being, fearing the consequences of Yun's relentless assault on the unconscious adversary. Yun's demeanor shifted into a formidable aura, exuding a presence akin to a vengeful demon, as he responded with intensity to the situation. The gatekeeper, alarmed by Yun's transformation, perceived him as embodying a person's face, with reference to a demon, sparking fear and suspicion of his true nature. The gatekeeper's mind raced with concern, convinced that Yun's appearance aligned with that of a member of the demonic cult. In a sudden outburst, the gatekeeper cried out in alarm, alerting others to the perceived threat, declaring that the demonic cult was launching an attack. Yun, in a moment of clarity, halted his aggressive actions towards Chun, realizing his outburst had escalated the situation unnecessarily. As Yun attempted to regain composure, he noticed a manual in Chun's clothes, prompting a new discovery amidst the chaos unfolding around them. The arrival of additional guards added to the tension, accusing Yun of being a member of the demonic cult and demanding his surrender. With his hands raised in a gesture of surrender, Yun acknowledged the escalating conflict, expressing regret for the turmoil that had unfolded in the aftermath of his encounter with Chun. Segun rushed to the scene, alarmed by the unfolding chaos, and demanded an explanation for the situation. The gatekeeper, in a fit of anger, ordered the immediate arrest of Yun, branding him a lunatic and calling for the apprehension of everyone involved. Yun, complying with the order, handcuffed, making a remark about wanting his companions, Segun and Chang'e, to join him in the predicament. Segun and Chang'e, filled with fear and uncertainty, watched as the events spiraled out of control, unsure of how to navigate the escalating conflict and the sudden turn of events. The Murim Alliance leader, Danli Moksong, addressed Yun, acknowledging the chaos that had ensued upon Yun's arrival. Expressing regret for the mistaken accusations leveled against Yun as a spy of the demonic cult, he also announced the release of all of young warrior Kwang's companions who had been wrongly implicated by the Azure Heavensword. Yun responded calmly, stating that he was unfazed by the situation. However, inwardly, Yun contemplated the irony of the accusations, hinting that he was, in fact, a member of the demonic cult. Ma questioned Yun, puzzled about how Yun had known that the Azure Heavensword had learned demonic arts. Yun explained that while trapped in the tomb, he had suspicions about a possible spy within the expedition team. During his battle with the Azure Heavensword, specifically Chun, Yun sensed an unfamiliar energy that didn't align with the orthodox sects. Yun pondered the situation, realizing that it was Chun, not Elder Q, who had stolen the heavenly thunder cloud cultivation technique. Having already destroyed the evidence using the Samadhi True Fire, Yun knew that Chun wouldn't be able to claim that he learned the art from the secret manual obtained in the tomb. Sagun expressed disbelief at the revelation that Chun was a member of the demonic cult, finding it difficult to accept. Reflecting on past events, Sagun recalled the sudden attack on young warrior Yun by Chun, which had raised suspicions in his mind about Chun's true allegiance. Mok chimed in, noting the irony that even a talented individual from the Wudong sect like Chun could be associated with the demonic cult. The revelation left Mok pondering the issue of trust and loyalty, unsure of who could be relied upon in such uncertain circumstances. Chang'e considered the situation and suggested to the alliance leader that there might be a chance that the martial art learned by the Azure Heaven Sword didn't necessarily originate from the demonic cult. Intrigued by Chang'e's statement, Mok inquired further to understand the implications. Chang'e elaborated, revealing that the perfected 7 stars had insights to share about the recent events, hinting at a possible explanation or clarification regarding the martial art in question. Sagun recalled a previous conversation on the boat where Chang'e had mentioned the perfected 7 stars, instructing him to deliver a message to the alliance leader, prompting his curiosity. In response to Sagun's inquiry, Chang'e adopted a serious demeanor, preparing to reveal the details of the message conveyed by the perfected 7 stars. In a prophetic message, the perfected 7 stars warned of rebellious forces spreading their influence far and wide, urging caution as appearances could be deceiving. The message foretold an impending era of chaos, where alliances would shift unexpectedly, aligning former enemies while turning trusted friends into adversaries. Amidst this turmoil, the guidance emphasized the need to stay vigilant for the emergence of the star of the righteous hero, anticipating a time of great change and challenges ahead. Reflecting on the message from the perfected 7 stars, Chang'e found significance in the phrases, "What the eyes perceive on the surface shall not mirror the truth within," and "joining hands with those you deemed enemies," in light of recent events. He understood that these cryptic words were likely connected to the unfolding series of events. Chang'e speculated that the urgency of his dispatch by the perfected 7 stars, who possessed the ability to interpret heavenly signs, was driven by the need to navigate the complexities of shifting alliances and hidden truths. Mok pondered aloud, considering whether the perfected 7 stars believed that the recent attacks were not orchestrated by the demonic cult as initially suspected. Sagun added to the conversation, reflecting on the attacker's behavior and the constant mention of the demonic cult's name during the assaults. He found it peculiar that the attackers seemed intent on creating a rift between the Murim alliance and the demonic cult, raising doubts about the true motives behind the orchestrated chaos. Yun reflected on the situation, grateful that he had successfully rescued Chang'e and brought him back unharmed. He considered the impact of this on the potential outbreak of a major conflict between the orthodox sects and the demonic cult, hoping that the likelihood of such a war would diminish. Mok cautioned against hasty decisions, emphasizing the need for caution and deliberation before drawing any firm conclusions. He advocated for a measured approach, urging against impulsive actions that could exacerbate the delicate balance of the current situation. Mok elaborated, revealing that the divine doctor of 1,000 skills was currently tending to both young warrior Kwang, who had been injured in the recent attacks, and Chun, who had unexpectedly acquired knowledge of demonic arts. Intrigued by the mention of the righteous hero in the message from the perfected 7 stars, Mok questioned about the identity of this significant figure and whether the perfected 7 stars had foreseen the hero's true identity. Yun and Sagun listened intently, recognizing the importance of understanding the role of this enigmatic, righteous hero and how their presence might shape the future. Chang'e explained that the perfected 7 stars had provided detailed information about the righteous hero, mentioning that his path towards the Murim alliance would intersect with that of the hero. Excited by this revelation, Sagun asked Chang'e if he had any guesses about the identity of the hero. Chang'e cleared his throat. Yun recalled in the novel, realizing that Chang'e met with the righteous hero, young warrior Kwang. Chang'e, filled with confidence and pride, affirmed that the prophecy of the perfected 7 stars had come true. He declared that he had indeed encountered the prophesied hero on his journey, revealing that the hero was none other than young warrior Yun. As Chang'e pointed towards Yun, the young warrior was taken aback, feeling a mix of surprise, shock, and fear. He couldn't believe that Chang'e was indicating him as the long-awaited righteous hero, questioning in disbelief, "Me?